As a van lifer, I've heard about the issues on Greenbank View in Bristol that have been happening to the van life community. So what I've done is I've come to Bristol to join them. Oh, that's hot. A lot of people here are talking about the issues with, well, you have the van life community, and then on top of the van life community, because this is the van life community, nice and peaceful, but further down the road, so what's it like dealing with the Caravanners down at the other end of Greenview Bank?
Terrible.
Terrible?
Yeah. They first started coming here, some of them 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was all right. They stayed down there, and there was 2-3 caravans, and then mobile homes, right? And there might have been 6 or 8 of those.
Yeah.
They were down there, minding their own business, and it was okay.
Yeah.
And then, since year before last, it got worse and worse, and this year is terrible. Somebody has been bringing caravans here, all right? A bloke, somebody, and he'd been letting them to. There was 30 caravans here a couple of weeks ago, so I counted them.
Okay. Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah, and well, look at the state of that one.
Yeah, I noticed that one earlier.
That
the one covered in graffiti.
That one should be in a scrap heap. He caught fire at some point.
Did it really?
Yeah. You can look at the back of it, and they put stuff on it.
Yeah,
it's diabolical.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
this one, the one in front of it.
Yeah. So like, I'm part of the van life community myself. I go travelling. You know, I've just got my small blue van there.
Yeah.
And you know, I've seen you've got the converted homes there. I've heard some stories. My parents used to live here. I'm talking 20 years ago. They've been telling me about people defecating in the streets.
Yes, yeah.
You get that quite often?
Well, I haven't seen it personally, but I know it happened because it's nature reserve just there. You know that, don't you?
No, I didn't know.
You know, go along a bit further from you.
Yeah.
There's a little entrance there, and it got where the children made the slabs with pictures on and everything.
Yeah.
And you got the slope going out. Used to be the railway yard. Okay. Well, it turned into a nature reserve for foxes, animals, badgers, anything. You know.
Yeah.
And they've gone in there, and they chuck rubbish in there. They're bags of rubbish from down there. It's all over the floor. So any tins, you know, bean tins, whatever, and they're open. So you can imagine a fox go in there, start eating it or something, and he's going to cut his tongue or whatever. Well, it's terrible, it was. And it was all the time.
Really?
Yeah. And like you just said, there was one guy, woman just here, she had a little girl, was coming up out the cemetery.
Yeah.
And one of them, Spanish she was, right? Not a nice Spanish person, because I liked Spanish. And he walked up, and he was going to wee against the wall inside. And she said to him, "You can't do that, I've got a little girl, you know, she's only 6 and all that." He said, "Well, animals do it all the time, you know, go this, that and the other, and so if they can do it, so can I." And they're still there.
Jesus Christ.
The Spanish ones. It's the last caravan on this side, a blue one.
Okay. That's absolutely...
They're actually, there's no doubt to my mind, they're animals, that lot. And the guy that actually lives in the cemetery, he works in it, but he don't run this cemetery, he runs another one, but it's the house he's in, he opens the gates and everything every day. He lives there at the other end. And he took photographs with his camera where they've gone a toilet. Jesus. You know where the water spout is, like there's one there and all that.
Yeah.
You know, and they've actually gone a toilet there.
Well, it's not actually a nice situation, especially considering, you know, you've got all these caravans here. Yeah. And it's next to a graveyard.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's disrespectful in my opinion.
Well, they I just said they actually go a toilet in there.
Have you heard about the law that the council's trying to bring in at the moment to stop them being here?
Well, they have already.
They've already brought that law in?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, no, yeah. They've got to be out on the 15th of this month.
15th, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because, and you notice there's hardly any caravans here?
Yeah.
That's because they've been gradually taking them themselves. There's 15 now instead of 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think they're all going to go by the 15th?
Well, if they don't go, the council is chucking them off.
Really?
As far as I'm not exactly 100% sure, but as far as I know, the thing, we've had all the labels on there to say that they're got to move by the 15th.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they'll be removed.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so, well, that's it. On the 15th, they'll be gone. And if they don't, they'll chuck them off. But what made it 10 times worse is somebody, it was advertising in the paper, I will buy any caravans, old caravans off you. And so what he'd been doing is buying them. I had a massive row with him. He drives up, he gets them towed up here by somebody else he knows, okay? And then he just leaves them there, and he's been renting them out.
He's renting those?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about I can't say which ones now, but he'd been renting caravans out. In other words, he plonks them there, and he says to some guys, you know, backpackers, whatever, you know, give me X amount of money a month or whatever, and you can stay there. Because they've been going in drones now, the backpackers, because it's not their caravans.
Wow.
So all these caravans down here now, they're virtually empty. Not all of them, but most of them. There's 15, and probably 10 of them ain't got nobody in there now, because they knew they had to go, so they just left it. Nothing to do with them, is it? If it's not their caravan.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've noticed the green one is still lived in.
He's one is still there.
Do you think?
But you can see locks on them still. You know, they're locked up, some of them.
But does the burnt one? Do you know if that's got anyone who lives in?
Sorry?
Do you know if the burnt one covered in graffiti?
Yeah, I think there is somebody in there, and there's somebody in this one as well.
That can't be safe.
Yeah.
That's
another one. They got gas bottles down there.
Yeah.
On the caravans. Well, by law, you're supposed to have that checked by authorised personnel, aren't you? Because if they blow up, you know, they blow anything up. You know what happened down the bottom, don't you?
No.
2 weeks ago, there was, 1 or 2 caravans there and a car, and it caught fire.
Jesus.
You know, they had fire brigade here, and the fire brigade went nuts because they can't get down there. They blocked it here, and you can't get in from the other end because it's a blocked entrance, okay?
Yeah.
And the house opposite, which is only about 8 years old, it was, you know, brand new house built, all the guttering melt. If you go down there, you'll be able to see it, all the white guttering on the house, on that side, right at the top of the hill. It's all melted. Where this lot caught fire, and it done that. And I think that was the thing it finished it off, you know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Jesus Christ, that sounds awful.
Well, yeah, and with those gas bottles, if one of those went up, they blow up. You know the orange.
Yeah.
Well, you know you've got with yours what they're like, and a few of them got them there, and I bet that none of them checked over by any official person like the fire brigade or something.
No chance.
And so I think the fire brigade put their foot down as well, saying somebody's going to get. I don't know. I'm guessing mine, but they said somebody's going to get seriously hurt here. This is a road, not a flipping caravan site. Anyhow, they found them a site now in Avonmouth. You know that, do you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, well, they found them a site in Avonmouth. So they haven't got no excuse to stay here now. They can't say, you know, you're just chucking us out anywhere. Yeah. So there's a site down Avonmouth, and so I think that's where a lot of them have gone.
Are they gypsies?
I don't know what they are, but they're not. They don't look like you.
No, I hope so. I've brought up.
Well, you know what? Yeah, but you know what I mean. They got knots in there, like hippies type thing, and all that. You know, most of them.
Yeah.
Definitely don't look employable in a shop or anything. You know,
no, of course.
People wouldn't employ them. I'm not saying they might be. Some of them are nice people. I'm not saying that, but most of the ones you see now are not what you call normal employee type people, you know.
Yes, that's understandable.
In a way, like a gypsy, but I don't know if they're gypsies or not. But,
no, of course.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Well, thank you.
That's all right. That's about. I've told you everything I can think of.
Yeah. No,
and so say on the 15th, well, next Friday it should be.
Yeah, just before Father's Day.
Yeah, and that's so say the limit. Whether they're getting them, they probably won't. They'll probably say this is it, and then come the week after, if there's still some here, you know. Mind some of them went round the other side.
Did they really? The other side of the cemetery.
If you go the other, you know where the other side. There's along there. There's some along there now.
Really?
Yeah, about 4 of the mobile loans have gone round there, and 1 caravan. And I know they came from here, so they plunked themselves over there.
Oh wow! Okay, that's very interesting to know. Thank you for that.
So you can walk through. You know, you can get in the cemetery when the gates are shut.
Walk through.
So if you walk through and have a look, you see them lined up there.
Oh wow! Okay.
If you want a bit more info.
Yeah, I'll probably go around and have a look. Thank you for that.
All right. And well, if you wanted photographs, you can. The house, like I said, on that hill there.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see it. All the guttering's melted. And it's brand new house. But you know, dead modern with all the solar panels on the roof and everything. You know.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, thank you.
That's all right.
Well, thank you for that.